Welcome to another episode of LitTube. Mine is Justin. It's me and Chris at the table today, and we're going to be talking about the All Star Game and how it finally doesn't determine anything, as we realize.
Right. So if you guys haven't seen or watched the All Star Game, the American League did win 2-1. Robinson Cano hit a walk-off home run in the 10th inning, I believe. But yeah, so basically the MLB All Star Game no longer means anything. It used to determine home field advantage in the World Series. Your thoughts on that? Did that make sense, or? I
mean, it really didn't. It kind of gave you a reason to watch it, because here's the thing: NBA All Star Game, even the Pro Bowl. I'm like, it is what it is, because they're not playing full speed. They're not playing for anything. At least with the All Star Game meaning something, you're gonna get a pretty decent game, at least to baseball standards. So
yeah, that's the thing.
That was the only thing. But other than that, I mean, Pro Bowl. Look at the NFL Pro Bowl. They barely hit. Linemen are getting touchdowns.
It's played after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and it's played after, so it doesn't even, well, no, now it's played before.
Oh, it was played after. Yeah. It was played after. Yeah, you're right. So, but basically, with the MLB All Star Game, like you said, it used to determine something, so people may take it more seriously, and that's, I think, what the MLB was worried about. But my opinion on it was, I don't think that if the American League won, that a team with a lesser record or worse record should be rewarded for winning a game that, let's say, some of their players may not even played more than 2 innings in.
Yeah, I agree.
Plus, one of the big talks is the MLB not being as fun or up to date with some of the other sports. Football's kind of like the prime time. Football's just attracts everybody. You have NFL Red Zone package. Everybody, likes that. NBA's becoming more televised. You have bigger celebrities. You have LeBron, KD, look at Steph. And you have all the social media and stuff like that. So I think that goes into it. But, you look at the NBA, you have the dunk contest, you have the three-point contest, you have the skills challenge. You look at football, you have not only the Pro Bowl, but you have the skills challenge where the quarterbacks throw, and then they recently did the drone drop. I thought that was pretty cool. They would drop them a couple hundred feet out of the air. And then they had the dodgeball game. Yeah. They're trying to make it interesting to get fans in.
And also they've revamped the uniforms. If you remember back in the day, they did the red and white uniforms and the blue and white uniforms. Now they have like the more neon colored uniforms, kind of to attract younger people.
But they're even making it that much more interesting with doing, I don't know if you're aware of the fantasy drafts. Yeah. They have, I believe it was Michael Irvin.
And Dion, was it Dion?
I think it was Michael Irvin and then I believe Jerry Rice.
That's what it was, yeah.
Where the coaches, where they hand pick who they want. So, you have Michael Irvin, who's more biased towards Cowboys, so he'll go ahead and pick them. But it's just, it brings more attractiveness to the game. It
does. It adds more fun. It's like, let's play a pickup game of football. Like, that's awesome. But I think baseball is kind of lacking that, like, just that buzz. I mean, it was hype. Yeah. Talk to my friends, they're hyped about watching All-Star Game. I mean, of course, with me personally, I mean, there weren't many Orioles in it. Well, there was only one. So I wasn't really like, all right, I'm going to tune in to watch who. But, I mean, that's kind of the downside of it. But, I mean, it is cool with baseball. Every team has to have at least one player. I thought that was kind of cool. But even still, it's like, does that person deserve it? Are they just there for the look?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If a player only gets in for 1 or 2 innings, and that's your only team, but that team ends up making the World Series, and now they get home field advantage, but they have a worse record than their opponent. Yeah. So. And
that's not fair. I mean, that's been the number one thing. It's like, the team with the best record gets home field advantage. That's how it should always be. I mean, you worked harder in the season, you got better results. You should reap the benefits.
And that's what I think. I think they're starting to realize that these games are for entertainment purposes only. Yeah. So you look at the NBA All Star Game. I mean, they're throwing it off the backboard, just dunking. It's 90 to 80 at halftime. That's the thing. So it's all entertainment. Baseball come into big conflict of how can we speed the game up. They're talking about in extra innings automatically starting hitters with a 1-1 count to speed the game up, or just little things like an intentional walk. Instead of having to throw the ball 4 times when you're going to walk them, just make a signal and then they go to first base. So that's where their trouble is going to come into play.
That would help, like, definitely in extra innings. I mean, I wouldn't do that in like regular game time, but like extra innings where it's just like, okay, why are we here like 2 hours later?
But that's what I think the dedicated MLB or dedicated baseball fan can watch it both on TV and there. Yeah. But to the average fan, if you're an average,
I prefer being at the game. I gotta be at the game.
If you're an average football fan, you have just as much fun. Well, besides the experience of the stadium, watching
Sitting at home.
watching it with your friends, some food, some beers. But baseball, it's very slow.
And I've even had a conversation with Colleen, not to cut you off, about this, like how we go to games and we obviously at her family they make a big deal out of Ravens game. I mean, all this desserts and appetizers and food you can want. Plus, we're at her sister's house and they have like a 70-inch LED TV. That's sometimes better. But with baseball, I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
not all games. Some games, yeah.
Most of it goes into it because it is 162 games. So with the Ravens or NFL, you have 16 games out of the year. So once a week, baseball they're playing 4 or 5, maybe even 6 times a week. So
they're playing tonight.
It seems like they're playing every night.
Every night.
So, but I'm glad that they did catch on board with the other sports. Not having it determine anything. Let's say valuable in the postseason or in the World Series, and I think they should eventually come up with some new things that kind of keep it going how it should. But hopefully we'll see some improvement.
I mean, obviously, still a baseball fan. Live in a big baseball city, even though we're not doing that good this year. But I mean, I just gotta say, it's off subject. There's nothing better than going to a game, though.
Oh, you can't.
Nothing better than going to a game.
You can't beat
that. And I honestly prefer going to baseball games compared to going to football games. I will say that. I have a better, just in terms of, the experience, I feel like it's more like just this homely experience. It's more relaxed and just laid back, and it's chill. I mean, I love going to football games, but there's just something about baseball games in the summer. You're not freezing your ass off in December watching a Ravens Steelers game, but, yeah. I don't know.
No, I definitely agree with you there. I mean, like you said, I think the crowd is more, like you said, homely. Not as many rowdy fans. Yeah. So it's a more of let's say,
depending on where you sit,
right? It's more of a family atmosphere. But hopefully, like you said, coming soon, and we'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully, they bring something new to the game and keep everybody interested.
Definitely. But that's our show for tonight. My name's Gerald. This is Chris. Make sure to check us out all over social media. Links down in the bottom. We're actually going to be at Artscape next weekend, believe it or not. If you're in the Baltimore area and you ain't got nothing to do next Saturday, come to Artscape, hang out. We're going to be out there handing out flyers and all types of other crap, and we'll probably be at that after party.
Oh, yeah.
So come hang out with us. It'd be real cool. So don't forget to subscribe, like the video below, and comment and let us know what you think. Take care, guys. Find out. So, all right. Cool beans. Yeah, it is.
Jesus.
Chill, yo.
Jesus.
Cool. Listen.